Do you want to know my 5 steps for finding out if somebody's interested in you? Here they are. Number 1, eye contact for 2 seconds longer than you should and smile at them. If they turn away, next. If they're, not there, or if you're at, let's say you're at a cocktail party, you're at the coffee shop, I want you to touch them between their wrist and their elbow. That's it. That is appropriate contact. Anything else is not. And if they pull away, again, next. They're not interested. If they move closer, you're in there. All right, they're interested, and you need to introduce yourself, and you need to give them a compliment. If there's nothing, they have no information. And then you say, crazy weather we're having. And what do you think about those, in my case, the Blue Jays or whatever? You talk to them about somebody who is, something that they're great, right? And if you're not a Blue Jays fan, baseball of the North, and I don't know if we're friends, but it's the thing. The other piece is that's the first couple. Then I want you to lean forward. I have a colleague who always looks at pulling imaginary, or will have extra lint he got from the dryer cut up into squares and pull them off somebody. If you do that and they don't recoil, if they say thank you, and that's really cheesy, I know. I'm telling you how much it works. The other piece that I want you to do is I want you to ask them and increase it, or give them, it's the law of reciprocity. Basically, if you share something, and it makes you vulnerable, because vulnerability is a superpower. People think they gotta look cool. People think they gotta, be all that and more. I'm telling you, every woman I know, if you are boastful, or you put something on your profile that talks about, what job you have, your financial resources, or who you name drop, that is a red flag. So what you do is you talk about how you're super klutzy, or how you stubbed your toe coming in here this morning and you're just like something that shows vulnerability. You're on a golf course, you talk about how you have the world's most wicked left hook. All of those pieces are what you do in order to create bonding. And if you're vulnerable with them, they're vulnerable with you. If you've watched me at all, I'm a big fan, huge fan of a dating card, which is basically an anonymous card that people can't find you. It doesn't have your full name on it. It has your first name, doesn't have your phone number because they can reverse that. Just an anonymous girl walking amongst the trees at hotmail.com. You know the drill. Something anonymous and 5 words about yourself. And you can have it as a physical card. And for guys doing it, it's kind of cheesy too. Women do it, it's really cool. The guys are like, oh my God, I got a card from a woman, I'm so excited. But the digital cards, I use, there's a couple of them. I've used Haystack, I use Wave. You can have, instead of having like a business card thing, you put your first name, an anonymous email, 5 words about yourself under your title, and you can tap your phone and give them your number. I know, right? It's super easy. And it's digital. People are like, well, it's not secure, Sue. I don't know. I know all these, international men of mystery, all these IT guys who are in security, who are using them. So come on. Nike and Xerox uses them. They have to be safe. So that piece, or you can scan a QR code, but the tapping is like, let me give you my contact information. I always see if you can follow up. And the follow-up is, I've had this lovely conversation with you. I would love to continue it. I gotta run, because you wanna be somebody somebody who's in demand. And the one thing that tends to blow stuff is if you're too needy. If you are too available, it doesn't work. So you have somewhere else to be, because you're a person on the move. Or if you're too unavailable, but that's that Goldilocks sweet spot. So take a deep breath, look at digital cards. I'm telling you my secret hack, the wrist to the elbow. If you aren't sure and they move away, that means they're taken. There's something about them it's not working. No problem, no harm, no foul. Without feeling rejected, you can know how they feel about you. And if you don't get any of that information, they don't have enough information to decide. So keep talking to them. I'm telling you, we got this. Nobody's pulled you aside. I am your big sister who's going to say, this is what you got to do in order to get laid. And everybody wants to know what they got to do to be laid. Oh, and if you haven't followed my podcast, Turned On with Sue and John, go to Spotify now. like click it, Turned On with Sue and John. And I'd sign up for my newsletter, because turnedonpodcast.com, because I send it out every week with my hacks. And I have been doing this for pushing 35 years. I know I look too young to be doing that, but I have. And I am the North American expert on lifestyle and specifically how to connect, especially over 40, but any age works. I'm Sue, and I got more.